Hey there, curious minds. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're embarking on a journey to a city that truly pulsates with life, history, and an astonishing amount of human energy.
Mm.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving deep into Dhaka, the bustling capital of Bangladesh. We've got a stack of sources here that honestly don't just tell us about this city, but really open a window into its very soul. So our mission today, it's to pull out the most important nuggets about Dhaka, from its incredibly deep historical roots to its modern-day challenges and its soaring aspirations. We want to really understand why it's so often called the heartbeat of the nation.
Exactly. And to give you that full picture, we're looking beyond just, dates and facts. We'll explore its geographical significance, trace its pretty remarkable historical evolution, delve into its unique societal fabric, and uncover the powerful economic forces that drive it. We'll try and connect all those threads to show why it's truly the nation's core.
Absolutely. So let's start by setting the stage. Location first. Dhaka is right there in the central part of Bangladesh, nestled on the banks of the Burganga River. It's more than just a capital city. You look at the map and you immediately see its strategic position, political, economic, cultural heart. But what about the history? What makes it stand out historically?
Well, that's where it gets really fascinating. Its history stretches back more than 400 years. Our research points to it being established as the capital of Bengal way back in the early 17th century. This was during the Mughal period, a big move by Subadar Islam Khan. And originally, it wasn't even called Dhaka initially, it was Jahangirnagar, named after the Mughal Emperor Jahangir, which, wasn't just a name, it was a clear signal of its importance.
Wow, okay, Jahangir. And it didn't just stop there, did it?
Hmm.
So after the Mughals, how did it keep that central role through, like, the British era and then the Pakistani period? What kept it so important leading up to that defining moment in the 71?
Yeah, that's really down to its inherent strategic value, I think. Even through British colonial times and the Pakistani period, Dhaka just remained this administrative and economic hub. The sources described it as having this undeniable gravitational pull. You couldn't ignore it. Then, of course, the huge moment in 1971 when it officially became the capital of independent Bangladesh. That whole journey through empires and independence, it's not just history on a page. It feels like the rhythm that still shapes Dhaka's identity today, the living heartbeat.
That deep history, that enduring significance,
Hmm.
it really sets the scene for the sheer scale we see now. Because Dhaka is, it's one of the most densely populated cities on the planet.
It really is.
The figures are just astounding. Our sources say an estimated population over 20 million in the greater metro area,
That's right, over 20 million.
all packed into about 306 square kilometers.
That
That
is
density is incredible. I guess that intensity must forge a unique kind of urban resilience, right?
Precisely. That density isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. It creates this incredibly unique urban fabric. You have communities, businesses, just an astonishing amount of life crammed into every square meter. It leads to huge pressures, obviously, but also this unparalleled vibrancy. And that energy feeds directly into its role as the administrative and political nerve center.
Right, and when you look at what's actually there, it's clearly the engine room of the country. You've got the National Parliament, Jatiya Sangsad, the Prime Minister's office, the Presidential Palace, Banga Bhavan, the Supreme Court.
All the key institutions.
It really is the hub of national decision-making. But it's not just politics, is it? The sources really highlight its intellectual side, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's a massive intellectual powerhouse. What's striking is how it cultivates talent. It's home to the country's absolute top educational institutions. You've got the University of Dhaka, DU, which is the oldest public university, a real beacon. Then there's BUET, the Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, producing the engineers literally building the country's future. Plus Dhaka Medical College, Jahangirnagar University nearby, and just countless other public and private universities and colleges. This concentration makes it such fertile ground for ideas, for innovation.
It definitely sounds like an intellectual melting pot as well. And speaking of melting pots, the material keeps emphasizing Dhaka as a melting pot of cultures, religions, and traditions. What sort of things bring that description to life? What would you notice?
You really feel that cultural mix through its iconic landmarks and just the daily rhythm. Our sources talk about places like the historic Lelba Fort, the beautiful Asan Manzil, the grand Baitul Mukarram National Mosque, peaceful spots like Ramna Park. And, for a deeper dive into heritage, there's the National Museum. But what's truly amazing is how this cultural richness just bursts into life during celebrations.
Okay, so the celebrations. How do they reflect that diversity? What's the energy like during those big festivals?
The dynamism is, well, it's palpable. Key festivals like Pohela Boishak, that's the Bengali New Year Eid, Durga Puja, they don't just get celebrated, they genuinely transform the city. Streets fill up with parades, music, incredible food. Communities come together with this immense enthusiasm. It really shows that diverse cultural fabric thriving right there.
That sounds amazing. And beyond the culture, Dhaka is undeniably the commercial and financial heart of Bangladesh. When you think about the industries driving the national economy, what are the main players the sources highlight? And why Dhaka?
Yeah, the material points to three major pillars, really. First, the massive garment and textile sector. Dhaka is absolutely central to Bangladesh's role as a global apparel exporter. You can't overstate that. Then there's a rapidly growing IT industry, information technology, really leveraging the young, educated population we talked about. And of course, being the capital, a very robust finance and banking sector. These sectors thrive there because, well, you've got a huge labor pool, the strategic location helps, and there's been a government focus on developing these within the city.
Right, and that economic buzz isn't just stuck in one old downtown area, is it? It seems spread out. Which business hubs really show this expansion?
Exactly. It's not just one spot. The sources highlight how it sprawls. You have hubs like Motihil, which is maybe more the traditional financial district. But then you have these modern commercial centers like Gulshan, Banani, and Uttara really taking off.
Hmm.
It shows the city isn't just, one single engine, but this whole sprawling network of commerce, keeping that economic heartbeat strong.
Okay, so with all that activity, all that commerce, and over 20 million people,
Yeah.
transportation must be intense. What's the daily scene like for getting around?
Intense is a good word. It's certainly a vibrant and sometimes chaotic scene. You find a huge range of options. Local buses navigating packed streets, the iconic rickshaws, of course. Our sources describe them as this sort of dazzling, ever-moving canvas of color, often hand-painted with really intricate designs, or almost like rolling art, a microcosm of the city's spirit.
Wow.
Then you have cars, obviously, ferries using the rivers, which is important, and trains. It definitely paints a picture of a city constantly on the move.
But, I mean, even with all this progress and energy, no megacity avoids growing pains. Our sources are clear that Dhaka faces some pretty significant hurdles, too.
Yes,
What are
definitely.
the key challenges it's grappling with? And what's being done?
That's a really important point. The major challenges that come up again and again are traffic congestion and pollution. There's significant issues impacting daily life, no doubt about it. To try and combat the traffic, a key modern development has been the Dhaka Metro Rail, MRT Line 6. It started operations in 2022. It's a really significant step towards managing the flow of people, hopefully reducing some of that gridlock.
Makes sense.
And for connecting to the world, you have Hazrat Shatal International Airport, crucial for global links. But yeah, that internal movement, managing the sheer volume of people, remains a complex puzzle they're actively working on.
So despite those persistent challenges, what does modern Dhaka actually look like on the ground? Is the city visibly transforming?
Oh, absolutely. The research paints a picture of a city actively reshaping itself. It's not static. You see this clear emergence of new shopping malls, gleaming high-rise apartments, dedicated IT parks. Areas like Dhanmondi, Bashundhara, Mirpur, Gulshan, Uttara, these places are developing incredibly rapidly. It really signals this future-focused approach, trying to build outwards and upwards.
And this push forward, it's part of a bigger national vision too, isn't it? This idea of moving toward becoming a smart city under the umbrella of digital Bangladesh. What does that really mean for Dhaka's future?
Well, it signifies a commitment, really, a commitment to using technology for better urban development, aiming for greater efficiency in services, improved sustainability, and ultimately a better quality of life for its millions of citizens. It shows a city very much looking ahead, trying to harness innovation to build a more resilient, more functional urban environment for the 21st century.
So wrapping this up,
Yeah.
what does it all mean? As we finish this deep dive, it's just incredibly clear that Dhaka has this complex, dynamic, constantly shifting identity. It isn't just the capital of Bangladesh. It really is, without exaggeration, the heartbeat of the nation. It
Yeah.
blends this incredibly rich history with vibrant culture, huge political power, and that powerful economic engine. It's all there.
Yeah, and if you connect that to the bigger picture, Dhaka, despite facing very real challenges like that incredible density we talked about, it just continues to grow and evolve. It comes across as this dynamic, resilient, and actually quite hopeful megacity in South Asia. It's really a testament to the spirit of its people, and fundamentally, its strategic importance hasn't faded.
Which maybe leaves us with a thought, right?
Yeah.
Considering Dhaka's super rapid development and that huge population,
Hmm.
what's the most crucial balance for a megacity like this to strike?
Yeah.
Between pushing hard for economic progress, which is essential, and at the same time maintaining its unique cultural identity and critically environmental sustainability. It's a really delicate dance, isn't it? Finding that sweet spot.
That's an excellent question to ponder, really, for any fast-growing city anywhere. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the heart of Dhaka. Keep exploring the incredible stories of the world's cities. There's always so much more to learn.